Hello and welcome to GadgetGuideUSA. Thanks for watching my LETO B11 4-watt 6-pack LED dimmable filament Candelabra light bulb product review. As you can see here, I have in the box. We're going to go ahead and open it, but of course we're going to talk about the box. It kind of goes over some of the stuff here. It gives you your SKU, LETO LED filament bulb, and we'll get more into what like an LED filament is here in a second as I show it to you. B11 4-watt 6-pack. I'm not sure what B11 means. It might be the shape of the bulb. There's a lot of different shapes. But the base is E12, which is what's important. And we're going to go over the back. It goes over the basic stuff, 3 years warranty, 2,700 hour lifespan, mercury free, no flicker, and no ultra UV, which is ultraviolet light. Do not use outdoors. Make sure the light is off before you plug it in. Don't plug it into the wrong stuff. But pretty standard light bulb warnings. You'll notice this one did come with a box. This is actually the one I was using for testing over the past 5 or 6 days. So I actually threw away the box. But we're going to go ahead and open it and see how it shipped. You can essentially see it's a 6-pack and was shipped to me, 6 bulbs box to box to avoid any breakage. Inside you'll find the standard cardboard stuff. To protect it, we're going to open it and you can see like it has some extra cardboard there for padding. It's shoved in there to make sure it doesn't rock. And then we're going to go ahead and get it out. I try to avoid touching the glass. It says on the directions here on the box to avoid touching the glass while it's on. They don't get as hot as you would think. They don't get as hot as traditional light bulbs. Essentially, you'll notice I'm doing a lot of light bulb reviews. I'm replacing my whole house with more efficient LED lights. And here I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. I know it's blurry, but I'll try to zoom in here and see if it won't. There we go. You can kind of see it closely here. There's actually 4 separate filaments here. And those are essentially just like LEDs you would find in like, new LED flashlights and things like that. They're LED filaments. So when you turn them on and actually plug them on, the light comes from all 4. And that puts light in all the directions. It's not a white light. It is a white light, but it's a slightly yellowish or amber tint. So if you prefer really white light, I'm going to suggest you actually get the cool white bulbs. They have a cool white version of these. But I really found these very pleasant. I'm putting them in all my ceiling fans. Make sure that C-House is E12 base. It's a lot smaller than the other ones. One of the ceiling fans in my house actually doesn't use this type of bulb, and it's kind of irritating. But at the same time, that's just the way it is. Just make sure you're ordering the right type of Candelabra base. I'm putting these in all my ceiling fans. I don't like to touch them. It's supposed to make them go out fast. I'm not sure. These burn up to 2,700 hours. Of course, I wasn't able to check the lifespan. I just don't have the patience to let things run for 20,000 hours. But at the same time, LEDs are proven technology. They use about 11% of the energy, or maybe 10% of the energy of incandescent bulbs. And if you actually switch your whole house out, you will really notice a difference. We leave too many lights on, and lights actually add up to a decent electrical cost. Which is why I'm switching them out. These were very pleasant. They look really cool, and they kind of have that retro look to them. Of course, I'm putting them in ceiling fans, and I feel like the good looks of these is really going to waste. I feel like these are more designed, since they look so cool, to put in chandeliers and things like that, because they do have a really nice appearance. And once they're on, you can barely even see these filaments at all. The only thing you can really see is the light coming off of them. So I think that's really neat, and it's kind of like a change from the incandescent bulb, where you can kind of see that yucky orange glowing filament. But, they look really cool. If you want to put them in your ceiling fans like I'm doing, of course you're welcome to, but at the same time, if you have a chandelier or something where they can actually go and you can see the light, that's actually very pleasant. Like I said, the light isn't perfectly white. It is an amber light, very similar to an incandescent bulb. So if you prefer extremely white light, you can get the white version. But I was very happy with these. They're very well made. This one you can barely tell I've ran it all, even though I've ran it for over 35 hours. So I do feel like the lifetime is there. I know you're not going to be able to see this on camera. Trying to zoom in here. But you can actually see all the internal electronics. They're very solid. You can see the solder joints there. They're made by a computer or a factory, definitely not by hand, because they're nice and smooth, exactly what we'd expect. Overall, I'm very happy. I'm going to put these in all the ceiling fans in my house, except for the one that doesn't take an E12, which is very irritating, but I guess that's not your problem. But overall, it's a very solid choice, especially if you want to save money. They're 40-watt light bulbs. They use about 4 watts. in a lumens test, I just use a lumens detector from the Android Play Store. I used a couple of them. I'll admit they're not very accurate, but at the same time, this registered almost 10% brighter than the 40 watt incandescent that I currently had in there before I removed it. So I tested them both. Overall, very happy. The price isn't bad. Of course, the upfront cost with incandescent or LED bulbs in general is higher than incandescents. But in the long run, since it runs for 20,000 hours, you save money on not having to replace them, and two, I'm lazy, so I don't want to have to get up there and unscrew the thing and do all that. So overall, LEDs are a really great choice if you're willing to pay the upfront cost, and I would highly recommend them both to save money in the long run and of course to save the environment, because we all care about that. I do hope you enjoyed my product review today on the LETO B11 4-watt 6-pack LED dimmable filament candelabra bulbs with the E12 base size. Overall, definitely gets a thumbs up from the Gadget Guide. Comments are always welcome at the bottom of the page. Subscriptions are always appreciated. Thank you. And if you have any specific questions, comments, or suggestions, please email me at GadgetGuideUSA@gmail.com. Thank you for your time.